Welcome back to the Hermitcraft FTB server. You may have heard that yesterday I mentioned elsewhere that yesterday was a day of fail for me in several respects. And here is another one of those ways in which yesterday was a day of fail. You see, I came in here at one point and I found this. Watch out, TFC. I saw a creeper back there, signed Biffa. And my first of several fails was that I did not start recording the instant I saw this sign. I know full well that when you see a sign like this, the first thing you do is you hit record, because there is probably something interesting, cool, funny, or whatever on the other side. So I came in here, I knocked the block out, and I came in here looking, knowing full well there couldn't possibly be creepers in here because they don't spawn on glass and they can't spawn on force brick. There's these glowstone bricks, but they emit light. So, again, it's not possible for anything to spawn in here, except maybe on top of a chest, but the light level where the chests are is too high, or on top of a bookcase if they didn't go all the way to the ceiling. But again, the light level's too high. They can't spawn in here. I came in here, and right here in this spot, right there, I saw a creeper. Now how about that? On further inspection, it turned out I right-clicked on it. That was another fail. I right-clicked on it, and there was basically a creeper hat. Now I went and I paged through the hats and so on. I thought maybe it might be cool if I could remove the creeper hat from the hat stand and perhaps return the sentiment to Biffa. You know, return the favor, or something like that. But I right-clicked on it, and of course I had not unlocked that hat, so I don't have it. And when I got out of the interface, the creeper was gone. Nothing left but a hat stand. And so, Biffa, I'm very sorry, but I've managed to completely fail in such a way as to completely destroy your prank. It was a really good one, too. It was really good, and I'm sorry, but I managed to fail destroy it. That's really bad. That absolutely sucks. Totally out loud. Perhaps in the future I will realize and remember a cardinal rule, that when you see a sign like this in your base that you didn't put there, then you have to remember to start recording immediately, because what follows is bound to be good video. Sorry, Biffa, I ruined your joke. That's terrible of me. I hope today isn't near as much of a fail as yesterday was. And now, on to the main attraction. So, over the last probably 16 to 20 hours, I've been kind of really on the busy side. First thing up, I'm set up to make up an MFE. I just need to get an wait a minute, no, not an MFE, an MFSU. And for that, I need the advanced machine block, which is that right there, and then get the MFSU put together. And so this stuff in here, apparently these Lapotron crystals won't automatically pop into place. Alright, another MFSU. And the bulk of what I've been doing has been setting up for this. Make a stack of furnaces, turn that into a stack of iron furnaces. Okay, turn this into a stack's worth of batteries. and then pop the iron furnaces and the batteries in here, and make myself up a stack of generators. And then we come down the line here, put the stack of generators in, and get a stack of solar panels. The stack of solar panels goes with a low voltage transformer. Get that out of the way. Get the transformers, pop them in here. And I need one more to finish the job. Doggone it, I thought I had all this stuff set up. You see, it's a real bear getting all this stuff set up and ready. Alright, another transformer or two in here. Get 8 low voltage arrays, and take MV transformer and get a medium voltage array. Now I'm going to take this outside and get it set up. No, I don't think I need any more cable. Alright. Now I've already got this thing rigged up with 3 medium voltage arrays and 1 low voltage. Take the electric wrench, pull the low voltage, put in a medium voltage, and now I've got 4 medium voltage arrays, no, 4 of them, medium voltage arrays in there powering this main MFSU. And that's great. I need to get this other one put in place. I think... No, I can't put it there. Not without moving that down, which it isn't rigged for. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do, just as a temporary measure. I'm going to break that. I'm going to break this. And let's get the MFSU. Pop that there. Take the electric wrench. No, that's not what I meant to do. What I meant to do after placing it is to shift right click on the top to make the output dot go to the bottom. And now I can go ahead and put this cable back. And there's this MFSU down there, and now this one is charging as well. That gives me plenty of power, so that even if it should rain for 3 or 4 Minecraft days in a row, there will still be plenty of power keeping the ME system running. And I've started doing a little bit of decorating. I've decided that maybe these bookcases and lecterns could give this kind of a computer terminal-ish kind of look. And I'm not sure if I'm getting there, but it works, and that's all that counts right now. ME system, I've set it up with some of the basic crafting recipes. I need to set a lot more of them up. I've got like, well, because I've got 6 pattern providers, I got 6 pages that I can fill with patterns. And I need to work on getting more going there. But right now, what I need to do is I actually need to get some thermal expansion machines going, because there are some materials, some things that I actually need them for. So I'm going to set up a few more patterns so that I can get going with that, and then we'll start setting up some thermal expansion machinery. Okay, I've made a little bit of progress getting some of these things going, but I ran into a bottleneck with this induction smelter pattern. In order to do that, you need Invar ingots, and to make Invar, you need Invar blend. An Invar blend is made from iron dust or pulverized iron and pulverized ferrous metal. Now the iron dust is not a problem. I can come up with that pretty easily. I've got a couple of macerators with overclockers. It wouldn't be a big deal at all. Pulverized ferrous metal, on the other hand, you can't put ferrous metal in a macerator. It won't accept it. That means I need to get a pulverizer going. fortunately, I've got one in the system. And so, I'll go ahead and get started with some of this stuff. Get a pulverizer going to get this stuff pulverized. Now, I've had a room carved out here for the thermal expansion machinery. And I've got an idea for a solution on how to power it without bothering with energy bridges and all that complicated stuff. I'm going to pick up this force engine. And like other things you pick up with a force wrench, its internal inventory is maintained, which is a good thing. Right, I'm going to drop this thing right down here and drop the pulverizer here. And now its inventory of liquid force and milk is maintained. Let's see, I need a lever. Here we go. And that'll power that up. The machine will, okay, go ahead and leave it running. Start this going. Let's get some ferrous metal and get that pulverizing. And for the time being, I can go ahead and use my electric furnaces to smelt it up. I do believe I can get away with that. Alright, ferrous metal pulverizing, powered by a force engine. And I'm going to be using force engines a lot more, I believe, because it does seem to be a pretty decent way to come up with buildcraft energy. And it's a renewable resource if you do it right. Let's see, I've got some glass cooking in there. I need to drop into the ME system. And, okay, once I get the pattern for the induction smelter going, I'm going to set it up down there and produce some conduit. And I need the induction smelter because you need hardened glass for that. And of course I need electrum, which I'm going to get from Electrum Blend, which is pulverized silver and gold dust. So I've got a bunch of crafting to go in order to get all these machines hooked up and to have power conduit to power them with. Pulverized shiny metal, which I believe works into platinum, I think. I'm not sure. In any event, that's pretty much where I'm at right now and where I'm going. I'm going to get this stuff cooked up and get these machines working so that I can then have the ability to make the raw materials needed for things like tesseracts and other such like and whatnot, and so on and so forth. And then I want to do a little bit of scouting locations. Alright, got everything in order here, so let's just show the craftables. And let's see, induction smelter, let's have one of those. And a couple of magma crucibles, a couple of liquid transposers, let's see, where did you go? Okay, they both went out. Alright, good. Now, down here and, whoops, I need one more thing. I need some obsidian. That'll do. Some logs, minium stone, bang. Some obsidian. And is there lead in there, or do I have to get it from down below? I need to get it from down below. Alright. Alright, things are getting going here. Won't be too long and I'll have a wireless ordering device so that I can access the ME system by remote. Let's see. Let's pick that up. Pop the induction smelter down. This is temporary arrangement for the moment. I'll get things arranged more permanently later on, but right now I need to get some obsidian in here, and I got to get some lead. And I hope I've already got some processed. And this is the wrong place to look for it processed. Well, there's lead ore. And I don't have any processed lead, so I'm going to go ahead and get some lead processed and ready for the smelter, and get some hardened glass cooked up. Alright, I've got some of these electrum ingots here, and some hardened glass, which I found out, by the way, that the obsidian has to be pulverized in order to make that. So let's just make up as much of those as I can for the moment. Hope that I don't need more pulverized, that hardened glass or anything else. Alright, this is a room that I dug out underneath here to handle power needs. So grab that. And I think for right now, a good place to put it is right here. And I'm going to pop the smelter here for the moment. It's not where it's going to end up totally, because right along in here is where the conduit is going to go. No, not the smelter. Not the smelter. Ugh. Alright. I need a magma crucible and a liquid transposer. Magma crucible here. Yeah, right. That thing I said. Alright, I'll get this together. I promise. Alright, magma crucible. There. Liquid transposer. There. And now I need some redstone. And I've been storing my redstone in block form because it just takes up a lot less space, and I've come up with so doggone much of it for mining. Alright. Pop that in here. Let's pop a full stack in there. Move this lever down a block. The force engine going, providing power. And it occurs to me, yeah, I'm going to have to do something for powering this, because it's not going to get power from that. And I have to have both of these running at the same. Okay, I know what I'll do. Real quick and easy. We'll take wooden pipe, stone transport pipe, and I believe you just combine them with, yeah, a little bit of redstone. And that'll make a quick and dirty temporary. Now why don't I get a little bit more? Alright, that should make enough for a quick and dirty power arrangement. Alright. Wooden pipe there. Stone pipe here, and another one there. Now I should be able to rotate this with the wrench. The power feed through there, and now both units are getting power at the same time. Well, slowly. This one doesn't have to do anything for a while yet anyway, until this one finishes up and that tank is full of destabilized redstone. As you look here, that's what it's getting, is destabilized redstone. It's not molten redstone anymore, it's destabilized. Cute. Alright, we're doing pretty good with the liquid force and the milk and so on. Just have to, I believe probably a good 2 stacks of redstone need to go into that. That ought to be enough. Get my redstone melted down, and then the energy conduits will go in there. They're already set for, it's already set for filling. And when this thing is done and isn't using power anymore, that one will start to charge up. And then I will have some conduit, and I can put conduit down in here and put the machines on top of it. And so I'm going to, once again, cut out, wait for stuff to process, and then get some stuff done. And then after that, I want to go scouting out some locations for a project or two and one actual build that I want to do. And I will note also that coming episodes, the next 2 or 3 coming episodes might be a little bit more show and tell than actual building and doing on camera, just simply because I've got a lot of things that I would like to do, and I'm falling way behind on what I had planned. And I'm going to have to do an enormous amount of stuff off camera if I'm going to get caught up at all. Otherwise, it would take me something like 3 weeks worth of half-hour episodes daily in order to get this stuff done, and that would take just too long. So, I'll be back when I get these machines set up. Alright, I had to wait for the Crucible to finish its job and get its power reserve charged all the way up before the transposer got enough power to start doing anything. And it's not going to be able to do too much more because it's using, it looks like 0.2 buckets for each conduit. And now it's done, so let's turn the engine off, and we'll force wrench these things up. And the nice thing about that is that when you pick something up with a force wrench, it retains its charge. Although when you break it like that, I just lost all the stuff that was in that force engine because I was careless. Arg. That is so aggravating. Not super duper expensive, but expensive enough. Anyway. Alright, now let's just go ahead and pop the force engine down here. And let's wrench that pipe to an output. And now along here, we start with magma crucible. It's got all its stuff back. Liquid transposer. And then we get the other magma crucible. And the liquid transposer that I used before. Wrenched the front around. And let's see. Induction smelter. And a pulverizer. And I may put a rolling machine there just because it's handy. Now I need to go get some force gems and get that engine charged up. I'm gonna I'm gonna need to take my buckets and go refill my milk supply. So I will do that, and I'll be right back. And we'll get this system online. Okay, let's get this thing hooked up. I gotta fix the floor too. Alright, some force gems. Just make sure there's a full stack of them there. And then click this milk in here, which it multiplies the MJ output by 2.5 times. So it's definitely worth doing. I'm going to have to set up a cow milking operation here somewhere. Alright, and lever for the time being, I'm just going to stick it down there. That's not where it's going to be. I'm going to have to work a setup where the lever is going to be over here, and some arrangement to bring the signal down to the engine. But in the meantime, flip that on and all this stuff will start working. So we're getting somewhere. And now, let's see, let me grab a chest. I have enough of them. And I'm just going to throw it here, toss this milk in there, and these force gems that didn't fit. And now, to go scouting some locations. I've done a little bit of scouting, and I've got a couple of places marked with waypoints. But I kind of want to scout around, and I'd like some of you guys' input as to what place would be better. And I've got a good 500 blocks to go, so I'll be back when I get closer. Alright, coming up on one of these areas here, a mesa biome, which is very reminiscent of the old red rock biome in the Ultimate Pack. And I was just kind of thinking that this might be a good place for a base slash area to build a rather large build. And by large build, I'm talking about a single structure that's going to be over 200 blocks tall and probably about 50 or 60 wide at the base. Maybe more than that. I'm not entirely certain just yet. I have to check my dimensions and whatnot. But it might just fit down in here in the bottom there. And up on top of this floating platform, or maybe in this area here, or on one of these peaks, would be a good place for a working base. That's one possibility. There's another one in another biome over down the way here, but between the two places is this savanna biome, which I'm thinking might be a good place to set up a bee lab. You know, nice and handy, close to the working base area, and it's entirely possible in a savanna biome. I don't know how the bees feel about that, but it might just work. What I need to do is get an apiary and set down here and see what it says about temperature and humidity, because that's going to be a determining factor for most bees. And now, the other base possibility for this big build that I'm talking about is up here in this canyon biome. This is a really high biome build. Look at this. It goes way the heck. I'm 134 blocks up and climbing, and that thing is still towering over me. Let's see. Let's get up higher. Yeah, this place is like 175 blocks up in places. But you look at this place as it loads. There's some really tall surrounding mountains and a pretty good sized valley in here. I might have to expand some of this and have my structure start on the floor down here. But it's looking very possible. What is that? Oh, a beehive. I just happen to have a scoop. I've taken to carrying one with me at all times. And there's a zombie. Sucks to be you. And creepers and a zombie with a hat. But look, this is awesome. I like it. I really like the mesa biome, and I really kind of like this too. So I'm a little bit split between how I want to do this, or which one of these two areas I want to build this thing in. So I would definitely very much appreciate input in the comments as to which place is going to be the better for a large build, a very tall build. Even if I have to, even if I had to take down some or shave off some of these high peaks in the canyon, it would still be worth doing. I don't know if that would be necessary or a good idea, but then again, it might be better just to leave them there and have this big build kind of peeking out above them, because this build is going to take, it's going to be way up here around the 230s is going to be the top of it, and that towers over even the peaks in the canyon here. So let me know in the comments what you think, whether the mesa or the canyon are the better of the two. and we'll go from there. And if you have any knowledge about how the bees react to being in a savanna biome, let me know about that too, because it would just plain be handy to be right close by, really nearby and handy. You know, I could level out the ground here and fill in some of that water and so on, and have a pretty good sized bee area. So I would certainly appreciate the input. Which is it for a base and a really tall, huge build? The canyon or the mesa? Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. I'm out of here.